Hello students, myself Dhara Prajapati, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in IT/ICT department. Okay, so today we will start with the unit number 6 of Professional Ethics. This is the last unit of our Professional Ethics. Okay, so topic unit is Human Values for Indian Managers. Right, so topic to be covered in this session is lessons from the ancient Indian education system and the law of karma. So let's start. Ancient education system. So what is the ancient education system in India? Right? Which type of education system in India? So an ancient education system in India look like that. Okay, Gurukul, right? This type of the education system in our ancient education system, right? So what is an ancient Indian education system, right? Gurukula or Gurukulam was a type of education system in ancient India with Shishya living near or with the Guru in the same house. Okay, and the term is also used today to refer to residential school operated by a modern gurus. Okay, so ancient education system in India is a Gurukul or Gurukulam, right, in a forest or any particular space. In that, this is all the images of the ancient education system in our India. Okay, this is the Vedic system of the education, right? And second one is the Gurukul system of the education, right? So these all are the education system of our ancient Indian education system. Okay, so this is the example of the ancient education system, Vedic system and the Gurukul system. Next is, what were the sources of the education in ancient India? So in our ancient India, Vedas and Upanishads teach about the fulfilling duties towards self and society. Right? So in that, the ancient education system has evolved from the Vedas, Brahmans, Upanishads and Dharmasastra, medical terrorist of the Charaka, and Susastra teaching were the sources of the learning. Okay, so what is the sources? Okay, Vedas, Upanishads, Brahmans, Dharmasastra, these all are the sources of the ancient education system. So in that, the ancient system of the education was the education of the Vedas, Brahmans, Upanishads and the Dharmasastra. So you must have to heard the name of the Aryabhat, Panini, Katyaya and Patanjali, right? So in that, there is a writing and the medical terrorist of the Charaka and Susarta were also some of the sources of learning. Right? So distinction was also drawn as between the Sasastra and Kavyas. Right? So there were people in homes, village and temples who guided your children in being pure way of the life. So in that, the temple were also the center of the learning and took interest in the promotion of the knowledge of our ancient system, right? So students went to vihars and universities for the higher knowledge, right? So teaching was largely oral and students remembered and meditate upon what was the taught in the class. Okay, this is all about the sources of Indian ancient education system. Okay, next, ancient education system in India, right? A way of life. Which type of the life, right? So an ancient Indian, both formal and informal ways of the education system existed, right? So in that, Education was imparted at home, in temple, in Pathsala, tolls, right? These all are gurukuls, these all are the sources of the education system, right? There were people in home, village and temple who guided young children in imbibing pure way of life. So, temple were also to center of the learning and took interest in the promotion of the knowledge of our ancient education system, right? So, in that the students went to the vihar and universities for the higher knowledge or for the higher education, right? So, in that teaching was largely oral and students remembered and meditated upon what was taught in the class, right? So this is the way of the life. So Gurukul, also known as the ashram, right? So where the residential place of the learning, many of these were named after the selves. So in that, situated in forest, right? Gurukul, ashram, right? These all are the sources of the education is situated in the forest. So in the peaceful surroundings, right? Atmosphere is very peaceful. Then hundreds of the students used to learn together in the gurukuls or ashram, right? So ancient education system where the woman too had access to education during the early Vedic period, right? So among the woman Vedic scholars, we find the reference to Maitri, Vishwambara, Apala, Gargi, and the Lokmutra, to name a few, right? Few women's names. These all are the name of the women. So during that period, the gurus and their shishya lived together, helping each other in a day-to-day life. Okay. The next one is the law of karma, and this is the very important question for the exam. Okay, what is the law of karma? Every action you take, there will be reaction in the future. This is the law of the karma. Every action you take, there will be a reaction in the future. Okay, so the theory of karma is a fundamental doctrine in Hinduism. Right, so in fact, karma is a noun form of the coming from the root kri, meaning to do, to make, right? In Sanskrit, act means action. Okay, so karma is every action you take, there will be a reaction in the future, right? According to the basic Sanskrit definition of karma, it simply means action, what to do. Okay, so laws of the karma are all about the positive or negative balance of our words through and deeds. So what is the thoughts and what is the deeds? Okay, so in sense, the everything we do create a corresponding energy that comes back to us in the same or some form or another form, right? In that law of karma, whatever activity would we do, good or bad, bring us good or bad reaction, right? So for every action you take, you will be face a reaction in the future, which could be a few seconds away or 20 years away or your next inclination, right? So if you take a good action, you will be face good reaction. This may come in the form of the good health, wealth, or birth on higher planet, etc. In any form, right? If you take a bad action, you will be face a bad reaction in the future. The bad reaction may come in the form of the disease, poverty, or birth on one of the hellish planet, etc. So when we suffer, we are facing the bad reaction to our bad action taken in the past. Okay, this is the law of the karma. Definition of the karma. What is the definition of the karma? So our action includes everything we do. So including our physical deeds, our words and thoughts, there will be a reaction to all our actions. So taking good action build our good karma, joy and happiness in the future. So taking a bad action build our bad karma, right? What action result in bad karma? So action which result in bad karma: eating meat, violence, ignorance, harassment, right? Harshness, then anger, greed, attachment, desire, gambling, ego and alcohol, right? And this is the example of the law of karma, right? We give the water to the tree, then tree is give the fruits. Okay, so law of karma is what you put out will come back to you unexpected ways, right? Give only what you don't mind getting back to you, right? This is the law of the karma, an example of the karma. Next example is that a hurts be in one lifetime, that in future lifetime both are in the different bodies, right? This causes B to hurt A. Maybe a hurt B, A hurt B again, right? If a realize his karma, so we'll let go B. Now B, if doesn't learn lesson, will hurt others, right? If it doesn't realize, but we think what made A to hurt me, so we'll forgive him, is now free, right? But here A may set up another cycle with other short, right? This is the another example of the karma, person A and person B. Next, law of karma. The law of karma is not imposed from without. It is worked into the very nature of human beings. The human mind is unable to set him free from the affected for their very actions, right? The law of karma means that they impose from the without. Okay, the doctrine of the karma provides causal explanation, right? What is the explanation for the phenomena of the life? Karma does not necessarily mean past action, right? Good intent and good actions contribute to good karma and future happiness. So while bad intent and action contribute to bad karma. So karma is a store of the good and bad action, right? So accumulate our many lives, it binds the one to phenomenal existence. In third, the law of karma. Karma is one of the important spiritual laws in the governs our life experience. Through the principle of causes and effects, actions, reactions, total cosmic justice and personal responsibilities. Karma is not a fact. The Eastern people believe in fatalism. So fate is an overmastering power that predetermines the action of the man. So in that, karma is not a predestination. Karma is the underlying principle between the predestination and free will. So in that, you have to free will. Karma works to develop our ability to handle free will responsibility. So karma operates the impersonally, giving us the opportunity at the every moment to become open to greater level of love and compassion. No God or external force is controlling one's life. Okay, in that, the law of karma, this is the law of karma. Whatever you sow by you, your action come to back to you. always. Whatever you show by your action come to back to you. Your action in the past is responsible for your present condition. Right? By free, righteous action men acquire merits. By free in righteousness men acquire demerits. So in that they perform righteous and unrighteous actions freely. If the karma of the individual is good enough, the next birth will be rewarding, and if not, the person may actually develop and degenerate into the lower life forms. This is all about the law of karma. Next topic to be covered in the next session. Thank you.